and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Charmaine, and today we're doing the book review for the holiday swap for the Page Turners Book Club. So there is going to be spoilers in this as we are talking about like the questions and we're going to review it and everything like that, just so that you know, so that I don't have to mention it again, okay? To start, before we do anything, I had a really hard time reading this book. I'm just going to put that out there. It was not for me. So this will be going into one of my blind date with a book, like selling kind of things. It just wasn't for me. Okay, so first, the question, okay. Hi! So let's start there. How are you guys doing today? Yeah, so, I'm on 5 days off right now. Today is my last day off. I got 3 hours of sleep last night, and I got about 5 videos to film. So if I am looking all squinty like I feel like I'm doing right now, it's because I'm tired. And I might be a little cranky because I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm just so tired. Like, I'm going to be straight with you guys. I did not sleep. Like, I slept 3 hours. I tried to go for a nap. And then my brain was like, hey, remember that thing that made you mad that time? Let's think about that. You know, so sleep's not in it for me. And that's where we are. Okay, so our number one question is, why do you think twin swap stories are so popular? And would you swap if you were able to? So for myself, I said, people generally have moments where they wish that they were somebody else. And then I said for the, if I could swap if I was able to, I said, probably just to see how someone else lives their life. Like, I mean, like if I could swap, I mean, like I don't look like her, but if I could swap with like Drew Barrymore, I'd be all over that. I want to see how cool she is. I want to talk to her friends. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But who would you swap with? Like, I don't have a twin, obviously. I probably would have mentioned it if I had one at this point. I mean, like, maybe it's not obvious. I'm really tired. I might get a little giggly in this one. I'll tell you guys that. But yeah, I think I would like, if it was like Drew Barrymore, I would swap with Drew Barrymore or something like that. I think that would be cool. I do love Drew Barrymore. That's why I think of Drew Barrymore. I don't look at all like her, but that's who I think of. Number 2 is the twins swap and both find difficult, but also fun. Both find it difficult, but also fun. What did both learn about their sister and also themselves by participating in this swap? So, like I said, I had a hard time with this book, right? I found that there was a lot of unnecessary lies. Like, Cass goes, oh, I didn't read you guys the back of the book. I should have done that. Okay, so it says, when Chef Charlie Goodwin gets hit on the head at the LA set of her reality baking show, she loses her critical ability to taste and smell. Meanwhile, Charlie's identical twin, Cass, is frantically trying to hold on to her own life back together in their quaint mountain hometown while running the family's bakery and dealing with the breakup that just won't end. With only days until Christmas, a desperate Charlie and Cass do something that they haven't done since they were kids. Switch places. But when the rugged firefighter Jake Greenman and a gorgeous physician Miguel Rodriguez are thrown into the mix, will the twins' identity swap be a recipe for disaster or for getting their lives back on track? Sorry, I should have read that at the beginning. So I found that there was a lot of unnecessary lies in this one. Like, I understand Cass lying to be Charlie because she was being like the host of the baking show. So she had to lie about it, because if she didn't lie about it, then they wouldn't have had her on the show. Like, that makes sense. But when Charlie went and switched with Cass, she could have just said, oh, I'm taking over for Cass for a little bit. Like, that could have been, like, would have made more sense to me. And then I feel as though once they each restarted the relationship with the guys, they, like, just continued the lie with the guys instead of saying, like, by the way, just keep it on the down low, but I'm actually Cass and I'm pretending to be Charlie for her show. Or, you know, Cass could have been like, or Charlie should have been like, I'm not actually Cass, I'm Charlie, just so you know, because I don't actually know who you are, Jake. I don't know I've never met you before, man. But no, she just pretends like, oh yeah, I remember who you are, Jake. Like, you don't I needed a second. I gotta rein it in sometimes. I'm tired. I'm probably gonna say that 18 times. I'm really sorry. I got some coffee here. My friend bought me this mug for my birthday. It's rainbow, and it's a clear mug, and it says emotional roller coaster, and I'm feeling that today. I'm feeling that pretty hard, you guys. Okay, the other thing I said, it all takes place in a week, and they both fall in, like, find romances and fall in love. Like, it's literally, like, 7 days before Christmas, and they both find romances and fall in love. that seem like a little, okay. I mean, it does 100%. If this was a Hallmark movie, I probably would have been all over it. I would have been like, oh my God, this movie's amazing. But because it's a book, my brain is just like, that's not realistic. And I mean, I know it's not technically supposed to be realistic because it is a book, but I just feel like 2 romances, 2 twins that swap 1 week before Christmas and they fall madly and deeply in love. I just made a face for anybody who can't see it. And then the other thing I said was they ruin each other's careers and lives and there's not enough apologies. They didn't give each other enough information before the swap. Like, I guess they don't talk a lot. Like, and I mean, that could happen. Like, I mean, I have 2 siblings. I didn't grow up with them. We have different parents on one side. And so I don't really talk to them very often. And I don't, like, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about their lives. So that I could see. But, like, your twin, do you not think that you would talk more? Unless you had, like, a falling out for some reason. So you think that you would know each other, like, lives more a little bit? So it wouldn't be such a thing? I don't know. Number 3 is let's talk about the romances. Did you enjoy following both of them? Did you think one couple had a better connection than the other? And what were your thoughts there? So like I said, I feel as though it went really fast. I also find it shocking that both of them found new romances like in a week. I might have to refilm this. I'm being a little salty. You know I'm not going to refilm it though, because this is real life. This is what's happening here. I think that honestly, Taylor really enjoyed this book, so you're going to get like a whole different perspective for the book from her side. So please, please watch her video. She will definitely, I 100% think that she liked this book. So yeah. So I said, I felt it was more about 2 half romances. Like it was instant love. There could have been more time on each romance. But like, and then I said, but like really all holiday romance movies are like that. Because I mean, like really, if you think about it, the reporter goes to the small town where she meets like the local innkeeper and then she falls in love and stays in the small town. So I mean, like literally this should have been a Hallmark movie. This genuinely should have been a script for a Hallmark movie and it would have been perfect. I would have loved it. It could have had some like Mary-Kate and Ashley maybe, I don't know, like something. It would have been perfect. Number 4 is there's plenty of holiday baking in the story. Did any of the recipe/dishes stick out to you? Do you like to bake for the holidays? Okay, so I don't know how to bake. My mom actually got me, like my mom and dad got me a mixer. It has like a dough hook and one of those whisk kind of things. And then there's like another like pastry blade kind of thing. I don't know what it is. But they got me that for Christmas this year, and then they got us a whole bunch of stuff so that we could start baking. We have so far made pizza crust. Well, technically my boyfriend has. I haven't made anything in it yet. But my boyfriend has made a lot of pizza crusts, so we've been making our own pizza, which has been amazing. But I do want to learn how to bake. Like, actually, I want to learn how to bake sugar cookies. I heard that they're really hard. Unless you'd use, like, a half sugar cookie, half shortbread. Then it's, like, something that's maybe a little bit easier. I don't know. The recipe that I saw is you have to, like, let the dough sit in the fridge for 3 hours. So I do want to end up making that. So I think that would be fun. And it did make me think like I should start like actually doing the baking stuff. My holidays are a little bit weird and I've been kind of like really tired this month. So like maybe in February, I'll kind of start that. And the one that I noticed that I really thought would be a cool cupcake to bake is the Aperol Spritz cupcake. And that's because I work in a liquor store. So to me, I was like, how would you bake that? Like, because you got to put like sparkling wine in it. And then Aperol in it. And yeah, I don't know. That one sounded kind of cool to me though, because I work in a liquor store. So that would be like a cool thing if I could take it to work, but I don't think I could because it actually has booze in it. Yeah, I don't know. But that one sounded fun to me anyway. So yes, I do want to start baking. I don't bake now. And I think it would be fun to bake. Number 5 is if you could host your own baking show, what would the name of and the premise of the show be? So Taylor and I, like, when we were talking about the questions, she's like, this is my name. And I was like, this is my name too. So I was excited to tell her. Mine is going to be Charmaine's Sweets. If I was just like a baking place, like a baking shop. And then if it was like a restaurant or something, or like a takeaway place, it would be Char's Savory Stylings. Right? Savory. Because I like savory stuff. Like sweet stuff I'm actually not a fan of. So I'm surprised that I want to bake. But I actually do want to learn how to bake. And then I think the premise of my show would be like, hey, I've never baked before. Let's do this and see how bad it goes. Like, Because the thing is with cooking, like I'm a really good cook and I like cooking, but I never measure anything. I just like kind of throw it in there and I see what happens. I never make the same thing exactly twice. Like it never ends up being exactly the same recipe twice. But for baking, you have to be really, really technical with your measurements. Like you have to make sure that you're measuring the right amount of flour, the baking soda, the baking powder, icing sugar, salt, whatever you need in it has to be like pretty precise, like 100% precise actually. And then the baking time on top of it, that's insane. That's like a lot for me. Like I can just throw stuff in the oven and kind of figure out by like how it looks that it's done, you know, like a chicken or something like that. Good to go. But I don't know about cookies. Like I'd probably bake them all or burn them all, I mean. So yeah, I think it would be more of a learn to bake with Charmaine kind of thing, you know. This isn't going to go well. Let's find out what happens. Burnt batches and Charmaine. I don't know. Like, burn your bakery stuff with Charmaine. Like, I don't know. Something like that. Because I don't know how to bake. So, like, I got to learn how to do that. I did bake in home ec, like, in high school. But I don't really remember doing it. So, I don't know. Number 6 is if you had the opportunity to live in a small town like Starlight Peak, would you? Why or why not? I feel as though I kind of do already. I mean, like, my town isn't, like, I live in a city, but the area that I live in is kind of like a town. It's like maybe a suburb, I guess you would call it maybe. So I kind of feel like I already live in a small town. Plus I grew up here. Like I haven't lived anywhere else. So, I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze a lot. I'll be back. And I'm back! Okay, I honestly think when I start talking so much that I make myself sneeze. Because it seems to happen a lot when I talk a lot. And I talk a lot. So, I sneeze a lot. Okay, so I was saying, I kind of live in like a suburb of the city that I was in. And I've always lived here and I've done like a lot of retail jobs. So I recognize a lot of people from this city. So I already kind of feel like I'm in a smaller town. But I don't think it's like a small town like Starlight Peak is. But I don't know. Like I kind of live like the city where I live. I actually love it here. I'm a pretty big fan of this place. So I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess it's like 3 hours away from LA. That could be fine. I don't know. It snows there. I recently learned that it snows in California because of one of you guys. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with sure. Yes, I would. Yes. Sounds great. Everybody knows everybody though, and everybody knows everybody's business. That's a little odd to me. But yeah, sure, why not? Small town sounds fun. I'm gonna say it again, I'm a little tired. Okay, number 7 is during the switch, Cass and Charlie realized that what they truly wanted in order to live happy lives. Did you relate more to Cass's or Charlie's story, or to Cass's journey or Charlie's journey? And I said, Charlie could have said that she was Charlie because that didn't have to be a secret because Cass needed to keep the secret because of the host show, which makes sense. And then I said I did not agree with Cass quitting Charlie's job because that's like she's pretending to be her. She's not actually being, like she's not actually her. So she shouldn't have taken control of that. I feel as though the book was more about Charlie though than Cass. Like I feel as though Cass was like it was like Charlie's book and then Cass was like the backup character instead of like an equal split, even though they were like equal-ish chapters kind of thing. I feel as though the book was more about Charlie. But I don't know. I guess I would go with Cass. I kind of liked Cass more at the beginning just because of the fact that she was like dealing with the family stuff and, you know, she had like the crappy boyfriend who she like she was dating since high school, and then she decided that she wanted to take a break from him, and his way of taking a break from her was like to buy her a house and then like propose to her. And she was like, this is not taking a break. Like I need some space. I need to figure out what I want. And he's like, I'm what you want, you know? So I kind of think I liked Cass more, but I felt like the book was a little bit more focused on Charlie. Yeah. So Cass. Number 8 is, what are your thoughts about the ending? Oh, y'all. Okay. So I got like notes here. Cause like I wasn't not 100% happy. How did Brett not notice that Cass was actually Charlie? They dated for 5 years. Dude didn't realize that that wasn't his fiance, his girlfriend that he had been dating for 5 years. He didn't notice the fact that she had a tattoo. Come on. Where was this guy? How conceited is he? I mean, like, he is. Because I said, just like a minute ago, he was like, oh, you need a break? You need some space? I'm going to buy you a house and then I'm going to propose to you over spaghetti. Come on. And then I said it was a very Hallmark movie. Honestly, if this was a Hallmark movie, I probably 100% would have loved it. I'm not even kidding. This is like, I hope that they make it into a Hallmark movie or something like that because of the fact that it would be perfect for that. There was a lot of parent trappy lies and a lot of unnecessary lies, which I already mentioned. Like, I just felt like they should have at least told, like, Charlie should have told Jake that she wasn't Cass, that she was Charlie. And, like, Cass should have told Miguel that she was not actually Charlie. Like, just even those two things would have stopped a lot of the unnecessary lies. Why would Cass go hiking in the middle of a blizzard? I'm going to repeat that. Why would Cass go hiking in the middle of a blizzard? I live places where blizzards happen. When the blizzard is happening, you're not actually supposed to be out. Like, they say, hey, if you don't need to be out, don't be out. The stores are still open. Don't go to them if you don't need to. Like, stay home. Come on. She goes on a hike, and she's from that town. So homegirl has been around some snow. She knows to not go in that snow. Oh, I'm going to go hiking and hurt myself and then have to call, and then you have to come and find me. For all of you who can't see my face, I am disgusted. The look of, like, come on, with swear words behind it is happening. Okay? Come on. I didn't really like the book that much. That's my next point. I'm so sorry, you guys. It took a really long time for me to get into this one. And then when I finally was, like, reading it, I was just like, come on. Why? It wasn't a great one for me. However, that is going to happen. It is book club. I'm still glad that I read it because it is my first book that I read of the year. So we're there. Okay. Number 9 is if they were to turn the book into a movie, which is what I've been talking about the whole time, who should play the main roles? Okay. So I wrote these down actually this time. So I wasn't just like last time. The first one that I have for playing Cass and Charlie, I would like Emily Browning to play her. She's an Australian actress. She was in Pompeii, Sucker Punch, The Host. I think that she would be good at playing the double twin swap. And I really just like her as an actress. I don't know if I can, like, attach photos of them. I don't know how that works. I don't know. Maybe if I can figure out how to attach a photo, like, to the end of this video, I'll, like, put up the photo and then you guys can see who I'm talking about, just in case you don't know who they are. Then for Miguel, I thought Dave Franco. He is James Franco's little brother. I think that guy is amazing. He is very funny. He was in Neighbors, Now You See Me, 6 Underground. He can play espionage, comedy guy, spy, dressed up fancy guy. So I think he would be good for Miguel because I could totally picture him as a doctor. I think he could do that. Jake, I had Aaron Taylor Johnson. Who, if you have TikTok, there's like a big thing going on right now where it looks like he may have cheated on his wife, like his co-star from the Bullet Train movie. I don't think that he did, but his wife is like 32 years older than him or something like that. I don't know. 44 years older than him. It's like a high amount. So yeah. I don't know. 32 maybe. Anyways, it's a high amount. TikTok is excited that maybe that happened. I'm not speaking on what happened with them. I don't know. I'm just telling you what the TikTok thing was. But he was in Savages. I'm sorry there's a swear word in this one, but it's what the movie title is. Kick-Ass and Bullet Train. And he also played the zooming guy. In Marvel Avengers? He's Wanda's brother, Petrov? Wanda Petrov? He's like the speedy guy. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. Quicksilver. He played Quicksilver in the Avengers. So I have liked him. Like, I saw him in a movie when he was young. Like Angus, Snogs and Other something. I saw him in that movie. So I have, like, seen him, like, grow up kind of thing. And I think that he would be good at playing Jake because he could definitely pull off being a fireman. And I think that would be a good person. Then for Austin, I have Miles Teller. I was watching Divergent movies today, and I was like, that guy is perfect for playing somebody who's kind of a jerk. Because he plays a really good jerk. So that would, like, work out. He was in Divergent, The New Top Gun, Whiplash. And then there's Brett, who's the fiance that doesn't understand what Cass is saying when she needs space. And I put Liam Hemsworth. If you also have TikTok, you understand what I'm talking about with that new Miley Cyrus song. Just saying, he suits. He was in the Hunger Games. So yeah, those are the people that I would pick to be in the movie. Who would you pick to be in the movie? What did you think of this book? Did you think it should be a Hallmark movie? Did you not like my review because I was kind of salty about it? I don't know. Just tell me. I don't care. I'm allowed to be salty once in a while. That's how this channel goes. I don't know. Taylor will have a much nicer video if you guys want to watch that instead. Okay? So please go and check out my friend Taylor's video. Please tell me what you thought about this book if you did read it, if you had a chance to. I know with our last one, that was the holiday something or Christmas something. Jeez, I don't know. It's not here. But it was a Christmas one and a lot of people couldn't get it. So we didn't end up, like a lot of people, you guys couldn't read it with us because it was unavailable because it was sold out. So I'm hoping maybe more of you got to read this one. Anyways, this also came out in 2021. So you might have read it last year or like the year before or whatever. Let me know what you think. I know that this wasn't my best video, but sometimes your girl's gotta be salty. That's all there is about it. I mean, why so many lies? It just doesn't make sense. Okay, please like this video. Please make sure that you go and watch Taylor's video. She will have a much nicer review than I will. I'm telling you that straight out. She did enjoy this book as far as I know. Check out my description box for other content creators. Thank you guys so much for spending a couple minutes of your day with me today. Oh, hey, before I forget, the book club poll is in my community tab. So make sure that you go and vote on the book that you want to read next month, because then we'll be announcing that like next Thursday. Okay. Thank you guys so much for spending a couple minutes of your day with me today. I really, really appreciate that. And I really, really appreciate you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.